All right, so let's get right into it. So we just got the early Primogem number for version 6.7, and this time the count is finally looking a lot better than the last versions. So in this video, we will calculate exactly how many Primogems and pulls you can get in version 6.7 for the Sandrone, Citlali, Raiden, and Columbina banners. And I think this version is actually really important because the last few versions felt very dry when it came to Primogems, especially if you were free to play. You probably felt that pretty hard. So knowing how much you can actually get in this version is important before you decide where your wishes should go. Now, let us move on to the actual calculation. First, we have the daily commissions. Since version 6.7 should last the normal 42 days, you can get 2,520 Primogems from dailies. This is always one of the most stable sources in every version because it does not depend on events, exploration, or difficult content. You just log in, do your dailies, and collect the Primogems. Then we have the story and quest rewards. Version 6.7 does not have a new main story, so we cannot count any big main story Primogems here. But we should still get some other new quests, and from those we can expect around 220 Primogems. Now we finally have something that makes this version much better than the last ones, and that is the new map. The new area should give around 2,020 Primogems, and this is exactly what was missing in the last dry versions. A new map makes a massive difference for the total count. Chests, puzzles, teleport waypoints, world quests, hidden achievements, exploration rewards, and all the other small things add up really quickly. This is why versions with new areas usually feel so much better for free-to-play players. Even if the events are not insane, exploration can carry a big part of the count. Then we have the regional offering system. From offering sigils to the regional offering system, we should get 500 Primogems and 4 pulls for the standard banner. But since those 4 pulls are for the standard permanent banner, I will not count them in the final calculation. After that, we have achievements. From the new achievements in version 6.7, we can expect around 250 Primogems. This is a pretty nice amount, especially together with the new map. Achievements are often easy to forget, but when you're doing exploration anyway, you usually get a lot of them naturally. Now we have one of the best things in this version, and that is the Paimon Shop. We will get 2 whole Paimon Shop resets during version 6.7. That means 10 pulls in total, which is equal to 1,600 Primogems. And since the Imaginarium Theater also always resets at the start of the month, just like the Paimon Shop, we also get 2 Imaginarium Theater resets during version 6.7. Together, those 2 resets give 2,000 Primogems. Then we have the Stygian Onslaught reset. From this reset, you can get 450 Primogems, and the good thing is you only need to complete the hard stage to get all the Primogem rewards. That means most players should be able to get the full amount. After that, we have 1 Spiral Abyss reset. If you can clear it fully, that gives 800 Primogems. As always, not every player will get the full amount because Abyss depends on your account, your teams, and how comfortable you are with the enemies. But for the maximum free-to-play calculation, we count the full 800. Now, let us move to the events. The main event of version 6.7 should give 1,000 Primogems. This is very good, and it is usually one of the most important sources in a version. Main events also usually come with some story, mini-games, and sometimes extra smaller rewards, so this should be one of the easier big sources during the version. Then we have 2 smaller events that give 420 Primogems each. Together, that gives 840 Primogems. Another important source is the version 7.0 special program livestream. Since this livestream should happen during version 6.7, we should get 3 codes worth 100 Primogems each. Together, that gives 300 Primogems. Genshin also usually drops some additional codes around the version worth around 60 Primogems combined. I always post every code, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any free Primogems. Then we also get update maintenance compensation. As usual, that gives 600 Primogems. This is always a very nice start into a new version because you basically log in after the update and get free Primogems in your mail. After that, we have other smaller sources. This includes trial characters, the artifact upgrade quest in the Battle Pass, and other small rewards that are not really big enough to talk about separately. Together, these should be around 480 Primogems. So, if we add everything together, the free-to-play total for version 6.7 comes out to 13,640 Primogems. That's about 85 pulls. And honestly, that's already a lot better than what we got in the last versions. After such a dry phase, 85 pulls for free-to-play players actually feels much more reasonable. I'm happy with this. I know it isn't enough to guarantee a character from Zero Pity if you lose the 50-50, but it's still a very strong amount for one version. If you have an active Welkin, you can add another 3,780 Primogems. That brings the total up to 17,420 Primogems, or about 109 pulls. And with Welkin, this version starts looking really solid. 109 pulls can actually get you pretty far, especially if you already have some pity or if you're on guarantee. And if you also buy the Battle Pass, you get another 1,320 in Primogem value. That brings the total up to 18,740 Primogems, or about 117 pulls. So the difference between free-to-play, Welkin, and Battle Pass is pretty noticeable here. Free-to-play players get around 85 pulls, Welkin players get around 109 pulls, and Welkin plus Battle Pass players get around 117 pulls. But be cautious with pulling, because Snezhnaya is getting closer. Normally, before a new region, we would still have a 0.8 version to save more Primogems, but this time there is no version 6.8. That means version 6.7 is the last full version before the next region. So yes, the count is good, but you also have less time than usual. If you spend everything in 6.7, you might enter Snezhnaya with almost nothing, and that could be painful, especially if the first Snezhnaya banners are very strong or have characters you really want. And now, I want to know your plan. How many Primogems do you have saved right now, and who are you pulling for in version 6.7? Are you going for Sandrone, Columbina, or are you skipping everything and saving for Snezhnaya? Let me know down in the comments. And again, don't forget to subscribe for the codes. We're aiming for my dream goal of 5,000 subscribers, and it would be amazing if we could reach it soon. Thank you so much for watching, good luck with your pulls, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and enjoy life. Bye!